morning and I take out my braid. I'm just gonna talk. This morning I was listening to a devotional and the person said something that stood out to me. He said, the way that you pursue your destiny has to do with how you approach your devotion. And your devotion is not what I thought it was. I thought devotionals was, oh, I'm just gonna, read the Bible and see how I'm going to apply it to my day, I guess. But that was like my real thought, like with the I guess and everything, right? So what the clarity has come to me and what this person was saying was, yes, that is a devotional, but it's more than just maybe this word will help me reflect on something today. What it means is, what are you devoting your day to? And in the case of devotional, the object is to ask God, what do I do with myself today? Right? And who am I in you, and how do I use that today? And something else that person said that stuck out to me was the enemy, and you can do what you want to do with that language, but I'm going to say it as he said it. The enemy sits around waiting to define your day. He waits for people that don't have any direction and don't have any intention, and redefines what their day is going to be. The enemy will come in and say you're overwhelmed. The enemy will come in and say you're stressed. The enemy will come in and say, oh, you don't know how to handle, you're disorganized, you have ADHD, and even if you do, you have proven to yourself, I'm sure, in many situations, that you can operate just fine with said zero spiciness. So it shouldn't hinder you. It should only direct you to how to adjust and pivot so that you can get things done your way, right? As I have matured in my faith and in my rootedness about who I am and what my destiny is and what I'm devoting myself to, the more specific it gets, especially the language around the definitions that I have for myself and the hopes and intentions that I have for myself. The more specific that gets, the more I find I can be productive in that devotion, in that intention, right? I changed my language about myself. I stopped saying my anxiety. I stopped saying I'm depressed. I started first with, because the anxiety one took a while, I started instead saying, sometimes I have depressive thoughts. Sometimes I'm unhappy. And that shifted my maturity in being able to decide what I wanted for me that day. Because the person that says I'm depressed, I've been that person just says I'm depressed, so everything that comes at me right now will be filtered through the lens of depression. Everything that I don't get done, everything that I allow, everything that happens to me and around me, I'm going to have a spirit of offense, defense, and defeat, right? Or even offense. I'm gonna, I said that right. So, but when I started saying I have depressive thoughts sometimes, I'm not depressed, it shifted my responsibility towards what I'm going to do about my feelings, rather than saying, well, I'm depressed, I have depression, and giving away my control. I took some of it back and said, well, something, in that sentence, it says a lot more than just I have sometimes depressive thoughts. It says, oh, I can work around when I don't. I can decide to accept those thoughts or not. I can maneuver. I can have some control. I do have some control. So while it was a baby step and it wasn't the cure, it wasn't the end all, the intention shifted. The ability or the standing in, showing up, rather than allowing it to happen to me, shifted. And so I say to you, in the vein of intention, what language can you shift around how you feel today? What language can you shift around how you deal with today, or how you deal today? What attitudes can be shifted based on how you decide you want to spend your day feeling? You want to spend your day emoting, acknowledging the way you want to spend your day, impacting others, meaning it could just be your kids. Like, how do you want to show up today? What does God say about you that you could exercise today? Right? Just some food for thought. I'm almost ready. I'm gonna give y'all the final picture in a second.
I hope that was helpful for y'all. If you love this and like this, I'm going to say it again. Smack that subscribe button. Share it with a widow friend. Make sure that you comment. Okay, see y'all.